Ronnie.
When the rhythm hits that groove, let your body join it too. Take your seat, clap your hands. Take your seat, stomp your feet. Feel the sound from head to ground. Let it move you when it hits.
Hey! Shell, happy S.I.T podcast one Monday.
Yay.
How are you?
Good. Motivational Monday. Let's get started.
Let's get started because
Yes.
we have a lot of good, oh my God, content today. We have some amazing guests in the studio on Zoom, and I am so anxious to get started to talk to them.
Yes. Why don't we just go ahead and get started?
Well, we're going to jump right in. So let me just tell you a little bit about how I feel about the guests that are coming on.
Okay, great.
Okay, so welcome Facebook family, YouTube family to the S.I.T podcast one. We miss you as usual. Without you, there could be no us. So thank you for joining. We love you. Facebook, YouTube family, give us a shout out. Let us know you're online so that we can say hi. Today, hey, Natasha.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm doing well, a little bit late. I'm sorry.
You are tardy. You get a tardy.
I think we always a
I
little
know.
late today. But all good. We here now.
We here, right? We made it. We saved. God is good.
Yeah.
So Tasha, I was telling them we have some amazing guests. Two in studio today. One is going to be online with us virtually, and then at 7:30 we have another set of amazing guests. But we're going to start with our first guest today. Tasha, this first half of the show is going to be about financial wellness, right? As you know, next week we are going to be doing a workshop. In fact, next Sunday at 2:00. And we want people to really come out and learn about financial wellness. So much so that we decided, and trust me, it was hard, that when you pay the price of $29.99, guess what? You can bring a
What?
friend.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That small investment in yourself, and now you can bring somebody else to get this. This is just going to be the most profound educational workshop, and I am looking forward to it. We go to the doctor for physical checkups to protect our health. But many people never go to the financial doctor to protect their future. Just like our bodies need care, our finances need guidance, strategies, and attention. Ignoring financial health creates instability and generational struggle, while investing in financial education can create freedom, security, and legacy. Wealth building isn't just about money. It's about healing, preparation, and creating opportunities, not just for ourselves, but generations to come. So it behooves us, even if we learn just something small every day, it would behoove us to learn about financial wellness. What you guys think about that?
I think that's
Absolutely.
amazing. You want to go ahead, Tasha?
No, absolutely. Because, we in some tough times now. And what I find is some of the people who are feeling the most secure have invested in their financial wealth. And at any stage of your life or at any salary, it does, people think financial stability means how many zeros you have in a bank account.
No, not
But
at
I'll
all.
tell you guys that I'm cash poor but asset rich. I probably don't, I have to work to get my cash coming in, but if that cash stops flowing, I got enough assets to probably float me into retirement. My husband is saying if we sell a property I can retire, and I'm like, no, properties just yet. Because especially in these uncertain times, you're really still too young to retire. You never know. I don't have grandkids yet, but that's sitting there, and I could always sell it if I needed to sell it.
Right.
So I don't mind being cash poor and asset rich. So it's just, I think when Rodney has talked about this, and on the 17th, for everyone who attend, they'll get a wealth of information because Rodney talks about it the same way.
Yes, and he's going to talk about it soon.
Right.
Yeah.
And what I'm excited about, not only do we have Rodney talking about financial planning and wealth building strategies such as the stock market, whatever it is he wants to talk about. He's here with us. That's exciting, right? So Rodney's going to talk a little more to that, what he's going to bring to the table on Sunday. But we're very excited to have him as well as Cara. When Tasha talked about real estate, so Kara's going to also help us. I keep messing up that name, but that's okay. She's going to be with us, and she's going to share real estate opportunities because, again, like Natasha said, if you don't have the cash, readily available, at least you'll have an asset. So that's going to be great. And then Lisa's going to join us too. She's coming up later, right?
Yep.
She's going to join us too to talk about mortgages, how we can tap into that first-time home buyer programs, different programs that may be available here in 2026. And I'm very, very excited to learn about AI for beginners. Sabrina Crumpton, the lady over here to my left, she is going to share all of the nuggets that she's learned thus far that's going to help as well. So you're getting a really a lot for your money.
Really robust workshop. Facebook family, YouTube family, are you in the house? Are you ready?
And I do love that we have the buy one, get one free so that, again, people can take advantage because the economy is not so good right now. So we do want you to learn how to stay above, all what's going on instead of going under. So that's our goal. Okay.
Absolutely. So let's jump into introducing our presenters for the workshop next week.
Let's give them a round of applause
Yes.
before we meet them.
Okay, so our first guest is online. She's joining us virtually. Her name is Kara Stanishevsky. And I pray I said that right, Kara. I know we've been friends forever.
You did.
And girl, I did not want to butcher that. Kara is a real estate. She's not just.
Well, it's quite a mouthful to butcher. Is that correct? Hello, everyone. How are you?
Yeah, so Kara is a real estate strategist and a wealth building expert who helps individuals and families create financial freedom through property ownership. She is passionate about teaching others how real estate can become a tool for long-term wealth and legacy building. Does that sound about right, Miss Kara?
That is absolutely right, Miss Sabrina. I have been servicing the greater New Jersey area for over 2 decades now.
Oh, wow.
And I have helped thousands of families start their wealth building journey.
Right.
And it's a lot easier than we think it is. You understand? A lot of us, especially in these times right now, you probably can't even fathom the thought of buying a house. You can't pay for gas. You can't pay for your food. It's like, oh my God, it's like either my prescriptions or the food. But I have great news for you guys. There are some amazing programs. And if you come and join us this weekend, you will hear all about how easy I'm going to make that for you.
Kara, you know what's so funny? I've said it before. You and I have been riding for a very long time, probably about 20 years. And
Ride or die.
And I could attest to your work. I am definitely a cheerleader. Kara, how many houses have we bought and sold together? Like
4,
right? And it's so funny because
Right?
I'll never forget during the pandemic, I lived outside of New Jersey, but I was coming back to New Jersey. And I said, Kara, I want an investment property. Kara literally hit the pavement to find me this investment property. And even if I would send her a listing, she'd be like, nope, that's not a good one. And
Nope.
She's so dedicated and so loyal to the customer, and she ensures that you have the best product. Like, I love that, and
I love that
Well,
too.
Sabrina, I'm going to intervene just ever so slightly there, and that becomes like is because I come with a special set of skills that the average agent does not have. I owned a construction company, as you know, because we've done work on your houses for over 18 years,
Yeah.
okay? And with that knowledge base, that is able to help me to service so many of my clients in the right way to how to avoid money pits, how to avoid the wrong house. You understand? That is so unbelievably important in that realm of, because everything that glitters is not gold. Is that right?
Yep.
So, just because it's been renovated and has an incredible amount of makeup on it,
The
and
bells
it
and
looks
whistles.
bells and whistles, honey, if that foundation is not good,
Yes.
if the roof is not good, if the
Yes.
furnace is old, a lot of
Yes.
these flippers are cutting corners these days.
Yes.
You understand? So it's really important for a special set of eyes to be able to go in and not just look at the makeup, but look at the undercurrent, right? What's going on behind the scenes?
Yes.
So, yeah.
And I love that.
Yeah,
And
I enjoy what I do too, and I love it.
I'm so excited
I'm so-
because you actually experienced working with her. So, what else can we possibly do to have someone like this?
I'm telling you, next week is going to be
Yes,
phenomenal.
That's so
And
exciting.
I'm so happy to have Kara.
One
and-
other thing.
Go ahead.
I just want to say, I want to take this opportunity to invite each individual that is on this podcast and anybody that listens to it past this. But I promise you, it's going to be an opportunity for you to actually, in our communities, we're not taught how to build wealth. The wealthy are taught from the womb.
Yes.
You understand? We're not. It's not even taught in school,
No.
right, guys?
No.
It's like nobody teaches us this, so you kind of have to figure it out yourself, because I honestly feel like a lot of what's in place is to keep us suppressed.
Yeah, it's on purpose.
Okay, so what I wanted to say is I want absolutely every individual that's listening right now and that is going to be listening for the days to come to go and tell every single family member, friend, anybody that you know, that the supermarkets that you go to, that you've got something in your pocket that they need to know, especially if they're serial renters.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Right?
I mean, next Sunday, ladies and gentlemen, the YMCA in Piscataway, and we'll put a flyer up shortly to show you the exact location and time. You don't want to miss it. And we are offering it because we want you to get this. It's not about money. We want you to come and bring a friend. You can bring a friend.
Tell everybody, grab your partner, grab your spouse, grab your friend, grab your mother, grab your cousin, grab everybody.
Right.
Because I'm telling you, that money that we've been burning in rent right now, the average rent in New Jersey is $2,000 a month. Is that right?
Yes.
And then when you multiply that times 12, that's $24,000. You do that for 4 to 6 years, you've just set on fire $100,000 to $150,000 that you're never going to see another dime back from.
Right.
Ever.
But that asset,
and we don't think of it in those terms.
But that asset you're going to buy, woo.
Yes.
And let me tell you, I have access to free money, people. Free money, $22,000.
I want the free.
Ooh, talk about me about
I'm
it.
excited.
Yes.
I'm
Kara, I
excited.
hear your excitement.
Yes.
Facebook family, YouTube family, please don't miss this opportunity. We are doing it because we want to help the community thrive and strive. Hey, Janine.
I was just going
Hi,
to say
Felicia.
that SIT podcast
Hi,
is
Shelley.
building a community, and this is how we do it. We share the information because for a long time, our ancestors, not to their, not on purpose, but sometimes they didn't necessarily share. They kind of did what they did to get to where they need to go, but they didn't really think about sharing. So I'm glad.
But Michelle, a lot of them didn't even know these secrets.
Yeah.
When we know better, we do better. Is that right?
It wasn't taught to us.
Right,
Absolutely.
exactly.
And so
They
now,
gave us the best that they could give us, but they didn't know that these opportunities were at
exist.
our
Yep.
fingertips.
But we know, and guess what we're going to do? We're going to share. And with that being said, we're going to move on to our next guest, Rodney Jackson. Rodney Jackson is a wealth advisor focused on helping individuals and families grow, protect, and manage their finances through financial planning and wealth strategies. He helps create stability build generational wealth, and prepare for a stronger future. Rodney, welcome. Thank you. We've had Rodney. He's a friend to the show. We love Rodney. Rodney, tell us why you are doing this workshop and why is it important to you? And what will you teach the people?
So basically, I think Kara just lit it up.
Yes.
And I'll just build
Thank you,
on
Rodney.
that. Absolutely. That it's time for us to share. And I think that our community suffers from the lack of how to apply the right knowledge in their life. We are flooded with information nowadays from every angle, but it's really the application of the right information and having a team. People suffer from that. They're trying to do it by themselves, but look at the numbers. 97% of the people are retiring broke, living paycheck to paycheck.
And you see it, Rodney, because you deal with the people.
I deal with it on a regular basis. I see people with properties and broke. I see people with 401ks and broke. So it's not really the answer just having these things. It's really having a strategy. And we're going to be talking about different strategies because wealth is not a talent. And that is exciting. Because when you're talented, like you want to play basketball, you got to have some size on you, right? You got to be athletic, right?
Skills.
But wealth is a skill. It can be developed. And that's good news for all of us because it's about the choices we make.
Yes.
It's not just about I was born this way or with this ethnicity and this community. No, those are excuses.
Yep.
But everyone has an opportunity to build wealth. And we're going to talk about specific things, no matter where you are. You're never too old. You just stuck. That's different. And we're going to teach people how to become unstuck. So I'm going to be talking about be, do, and have.
You hold that till next week because that
Be,
sounds
do, and have. Not have, do, and be. But be, do, and have.
Be, do, and have.
Do and have. I'm write that down.
Be, do, and have. Ladies and gentlemen,
That's right.
Facebook family, YouTube family, are you hearing what these phenomenal people are telling us right now? We are about to give you the strategy, the blueprint on how to build generational worth. And guess what? For $29.99 and bring a friend.
Let's go. Let's go.
That is...
Yes.
That is a small price to pay to be able to.
That is a small price to pay to invest.
Yes, it
in the
is.
future. And I know some people go, well, I don't have any kids and I don't need generational wealth, but you do need wealth for you.
You don't know what's coming though.
Yeah, but can I capitalize on that right now? Okay,
Yep.
so I'm going to share with you guys a little situation right now. Now, Sabrina, you know that I've had to live in 2 different states recently because of my mom,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
My mother held wonderful jobs her entire life. She had more than an ample income. But her Social Security, if I was not part of her life, she would not be able to survive.
Right.
Okay? And this is where we are, people. You understand, our administrations are not looking out. And recently, they just took $600 of her Social Security income.
Wow.
So if I wasn't here, yes, and they're trying to cut it out completely.
Yep.
So we need to be able to be in a place for us to secure and have stability for our future. And the only way to do that is for us to take all of this into our own hands.
And guess what?
We cannot leave this to anybody else any longer.
Listen, it is up to us to make the change.
Yeah.
We're starting it for you, Facebook family, YouTube family, to everybody's listening. Take advantage of this opportunity. Okay.
You got a group of people that are willing to share and all of their resources.
Oh my goodness.
Absolutely. I'm a wealth of information after 25 years. And my business partner, Lisa Matthews, is a connector and a resource. If I'm resourceful, she's a god.
And you know what, Kara? With that segue, we're going to bring in Lisa. Lisa Matthews.
Let's go.
Is a mortgage loan officer dedicated to helping individuals and families understand the financing process. She works to educate buyers on mortgage options and help make dreams of home ownership more, guess what, achievable. Talk to us, Lisa. Lisa, why did you come to help? Why do you want to help us through this process?
Well,
What's in it for you?
Think about it. If you think about 1974, before the Equal Credit Opportunity Act was available,
Yes.
women were not even allowed to buy a home,
Vote.
have a credit card without
That is
their
correct.
husband or their father's approval.
Yes.
And when you think about that, 1974 was not that far. There's so much opportunity out there. Now, as women, we can do things, but what people have to do is be educated. I want people to feel like they are my partner and we are a team working for them. Kara and I, we grew our businesses together, and we would go into the schools and we would teach the teachers and the custodians and the staff, the principals. There's wealth in having a home. That it's not just your home. It is your legacy. It is part of your heritage. It's for your family. It's for your children. And who doesn't want to give for their children? I was at the Rock Church in Newark on Saturday, and the pastor's mother, 80 years old, she just bought houses for all her grandchildren.
Wow.
I got to give her applause.
Gotta love that.
I wanna be
You
that
gotta love that. That is so that much fun.
And Lisa, may I ask, was it through your tutelage that helped her do that? Or is that something you can help someone else
I can
do?
help. She came from Nigeria, and she had 2 businesses while she was there. One she gave to her niece, and the other she came here with. I helped her daughter and son, both pastors of that. Her daughter and her Pastor Mike and Pastor Rhoda. They were both pastors of the church. They did not think they were going to be able to get a house. They were renting. And we got them a house, we got them money, and they had a situation. Now it's their dream. Now they have a beautiful church. We had over 200 people for a Women's Legacy program on Saturday where they're teaching, and you have to empower people.
Yes.
If you give them the knowledge and the tools, so it's not just about having a house, it's about being a successful homeowner.
Yes.
And then becoming an investor, because this is the way that you can pay for a child's education. This is the way that you are going to be able to take care of your mom, like Kara's doing, or your dad, or your
Yes.
uncle, or your aunt.
That's legacy as well.
Exactly.
Yep.
Absolutely.
That's where the
And
knowledge comes from. So what you have to, we're going to teach you things about credit, because you have 2 dogs that are going to live with you your whole life. One is your money, and the other is your credit. And if you don't name them, if you don't tell them what to do, you are going to be chasing them, and they are going to wreck your house. So we're going to tell you how to discipline those dogs, and we're going to teach you some tricks about credit so that you can be successful, that you can save money, and that you can make the system work for you instead of running like a hamster on a wheel,
yeah.
just trying to catch up all the time, especially right now. When the rates went up last year 10 times, so did the credit card interest rates.
Yes.
No one talked about that until after the fact. So many people are in a bad spot, and they just don't know how to get themselves out of it. So we like to help them to be successful, to be strong, to understand what a home is for them. Because as Kara's saying, your Social Security, that is not enough.
Yeah.
It
And they're
really-
talking about getting rid of it.
They are. They
So-
are. They did not intend for us to live as long as we all are living.
Right. Shoot, I got another 50 more years.
And then the younger generation is not really working the way the older generations. They're
right.
not getting these government jobs. They're making their own income. And so are they paying Social Security taxes?
That's exactly it.
Are they paying those FICA taxes? Because that when you look at your check and you see FICA, that's a Social Security
That's
tax.
right.
If you don't have employment, you're not paying it. So how is Social Security being fed if the younger generations is not paying it? So the
And
older generation is like,
exactly.
can I move in with you, Lisa and Rodney
That's
and
where we're
Tasha
getting these
and Michelle?
generational homes.
Yes.
Get ready.
Get ready.
And I want everybody to really capitalize on the fact that I don't want you to think and look into your world. I want you to look outside of it, because if you look in your world, things seem impossible.
Yep.
Right.
I want you to leave that to us. Did I reiterate and say that there are not only is there free money available, but we're going to be raffling off a free credit repair.
That's right.
So you hear that, Facebook family, YouTube family? I can't stress this enough. Next Sunday at 2 p.m. at the YMCA in Piscataway, we have some heavy hitters. Of course, myself,
Let's go.
Hello. We're going to have Kara. She's going to teach us about
Yes.
real estate wealth. We got Rodney. He's going to teach us about financial wealth.
Absolutely.
And we are going to have Lisa, who's going to talk to us about mortgage, wealth, and credit repair. And so if you miss it, you will miss a
You
lot.
want to bring your friend. This
Bring
is
a friend.
You're going to miss the opportunity to change the trajectory of you
your life.
and your family's life,
that's
people.
what I want.
I cannot stress that enough.
I love it.
And that's what I want Natasha to talk to the mindset.
Tasha,
Right.
and I'm glad Michelle brought that up. So, Tasha, what is important when these folks come out next week? Because, we got to shake our nervous system to think that we are enough to do this. Give us some nuggets before we go.
It's a mindset. I'll actually give you my personal story. I wish I would have had Cara, Lisa, and Rodney.
Yes.
20
You got us now, baby girl.
Baby.
Come on now.
I know. Condo in Manhattan. My husband's a cop. I was a social worker. Maybe together we were making six figures, a little over six figures in 2005, 2006. I had the opportunity to buy this gut renovated. I used the city program, first time home buyers, to get this property, and the mortgage back then was $1,290. Right, we got the mortgage. I got a low interest rate, like 2.3. And my grandmother said to me, "I can't believe you can't do that. Don't do it." And I love my grandmother. Sabrina, no, we love our elders.
Yes.
But they old school.
I told her, I said, "You cannot advise me on this." I was talking to, like Cara said, outside of my world, my co-workers, people who own homes.
Yes.
I was talking to them. I looked my grandmother dead in her eyes and told her, "Grandma, you ain't never paid more than $300 in rent in your life. So please do not try to advise me on this."
Don't speak on it.
Tasha, tell us what the result is today of you doing what you did.
The result is I got 3 college degrees in my house. I have 2 kids, no student loans.
Yes.
Talk about it, be about
And
it.
listen, Tasha, don't forget the important
That's
property in New York City.
Right, so I got the property in New York City. And then when COVID hit, I was able to go down and get another property in Delaware. But that's because my kids didn't have student loans. My goal was to start generational wealth. It was a small thing back then, but I said I will not. My kids have to be educated, and they will not be bogged down with student loans, and neither would I.
Yes.
I love that.
I love
I
that.
love that. Yes. Amen,
And that's also the mindset was the dedication, because that's what you asked me to talk about, the mindset. Me and my husband had to be aligned and committed. So you have to want to do it, and you have to want to pay it forward.
Yes.
I knew it was going to help me in the long run because I get to work in my own business as well.
Yes.
Right?
We have to begin to change that mindset. We have to.
But what I love more than anything about that story is you told Grandma to take a step back.
Baby!
Listen, I tell my sister that all the time. I can't take advice from you. You don't own a business.
Right.
Yes.
You understand? So we got to be careful where we're getting our information from.
And that's important. And that's
come
why it is important for
everybody
in the sound of my voice.
That's right.
If you are in New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania, I don't care.
Come.
You have to come to this workshop on Sunday. I promise
May 17th.
you won't. May 17th. We're going to put up the flyer. You won't be disappointed. I want to thank my guests for coming. This was amazing.
Yes,
and
this
we
was
look
amazing.
forward
Oh my God, I'm
to
so excited.
Kara, Rodney, and Lisa.
And can I just say something?
You say it,
Sure.
Lisa. Close us out.
People do not teach you how to manage your credit, how to save money. You don't get a wealth advisor after you're rich. They make you rich.
That's right. Come on.
I love that one.
Let's
That's
go.
I
Get
love
your
that
house
one.
now.
That's why she's my partner.
The house is. This is a very intentional credit score and thing to do. You have to say no to yourself sometimes.
Yes. Discipline.
Discipline. You can't go out and buy $85 worth of Starbucks every week and think that you're going to get the home you want.
Right.
It is intentional. When we hear that she bought a condo in New York City, they were both on the same page. They didn't eat out every night. They weren't spending their money like crazy people. They had a goal. When you have a goal and you have a purpose, and just so you know, most lenders do not teach about credit. They don't teach you what to do, how to make your credit score better. I think everybody needs to have a 760 credit. I am very, very I'm one of the top producers of the state down payment assistance that Kara talks about. The NJHMFA. I know the directors there. They are committed to helping people to make homes affordable. And we have to be committed. And just so y'all know, I have been doing this since 1998.
Get out. You only look 10 years old.
Wow, 28 years. That's the year my daughter was born, 1998. Wow,
And I have been in the top 1% of producers since 2015. And in 2019, they decided to make a category for women. So we're here to help each other because there's so many ways that we can push each other up and encourage each other instead of pulling each other down.
Right.
We're here as unified people that want everybody to be successful.
Breaking chains.
Right.
Breaking
Remember
chains.
what
Discover
Warren
your worth.
Buffett says. He's one of the wealthiest men in the world and a big philanthropist. And he always says, when people are greedy, I am afraid. But when people are afraid, I am greedy.
Ooh.
So there is opportunity around. So go get it.
Go
Yes,
get it.
yes.
So with
So
that
we're gonna
being
see everybody on
said, we're going to
Sunday.
close out and we're going to
Yes.
see everybody on Sunday.
At
We're
the
going to put the
Piscataway
flyer up.
YMCA.
I think they're having technical difficulties.
I see.
because
We
I-
froze for a minute. Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
You
baby.
got-
we
'cause Tanya
did.
was frozen
I
on
was
the
like,
screen.
hello.
Now we do have some more guests.
You know, we are live in the studio. So, thank you, Facebook, YouTube family, audience out for your patience. We are live. And so
I
we
love
have-
you, team. I will see you on Sunday.
I love
Thank
you
you,
all.
Sabrina and Michelle, for having us on and giving
Yes.
us
Thank
this
you so
opportunity.
Yes.
No,
yes.
thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you
people
for
can get-
opening this to everybody.
Yes,
And we're going to keep opening it.
We want to build the
We're going to
community.
get 100 people to buy homes. That's our goal.
Yes,
100
100
people
people to
in
buy
And
homes.
can I say one last thing? I don't want people to get caught up talking about I can't buy what I really want to buy, so I'm not buying right now. You need to stop burning money. Okay, so even if it's a fixer-upper, you need to buy the smallest house on the block because that's going to be your down payment for your dream home.
Woo!
I'm done.
All right.
On that
All right.
note,
We're going to say
done.
goodnight. See you
All
guys on
right.
Sunday. Love y'all.
See you on
right.
Sunday.
See you on Sunday. Yes. Good stuff. I am excited.
Yeah, let's keep that up. So we're going to be at the YMCA in Piscataway from 2 to 4. Get your tickets on Eventbrite. It's a wealth building strategy. $29.99. It's buy one, get one free. I'm so excited that we're building this community of people who are very positive, looking forward to the future, uplifting one another. Instead of crabs in the barrel, we're bringing the crabs up. We're lifting each other up. So I'm so excited about this. S.I.T Podcast 1 is doing some amazing things. We have an amazing community, and we're working towards greatness. And here is Sabrina. We have our new guests coming on. And
So, wait, Michelle, let me ask this. So, I see here this is actually the first time I looked at the flyer this deep. So, we'll talk about the Zoom link if people can't come. Do they buy the ticket on Eventbrite and then the Zoom link is going to be there?
Yeah, so we're right now, and we'll put out more information this week because we'll make sure everybody have it. We're working on doing it virtually as well as in person, and so we're working out the technical difficulties with that. But I'll make sure on Facebook, on YouTube, even if Michelle and I and Tasha and I have to sit down with another live and let folks know about the Zoom link. But it is so important that if you can come in person, please come in person, and we'll try to get the Zoom link out to you all because this is going to be a phenomenal workshop. It is, if you've never purchased a home, if you want to purchase another home, this, like Kara said, there's so much money out there, free money. So why not take advantage of it while we can? And then we have the experts that's going to show us how to do it. So, yes.
So one thing, you can also call us if you need the Zoom link, 732-902-1252, or email us at sitpodcast1@gmail.com.
Yes. And now, guess what?
Ooh,
We are going to move
excited.
on to our next topic. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to hit home for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
This is our segment about mental health and community support. Motherhood, mental health, healing, breaking the silence. We have two phenomenal women in our studio that is going to walk us through what that looks like, how we can heal from it, and then we have some resources that's going to actually help women through this process. Maternal health is real, y'all.
Yes, it is.
It is real. And I don't know about everybody else, but I'm tired of being strong. I don't want to do it all the time. And if there's some way to help me, well,
And
then
if
I'm
you're
going to take it.
trying, God gonna sit you down for a minute if you can't do it, like He did me. So
So let me introduce my guest. We have Laurel, and I know how to do them R's, Guerrero.
oh,
Pendleton.
I like that.
She is a licensed clinical social worker and a prenatal mental health specialist who supports women and family through pregnancy, postpartum, and early motherhood. She is passionate about helping mothers navigate postpartum depression, trauma, and emotional wellness with compassion and care. Then we have Yvonne Harris. She's the founder and president of Open Arms Health, Wellness, and Healing, a nonprofit dedicated to supporting mothers through mental wellness, healing, community support. Her mission is to ensure that no mother feels alone in her journey. Welcome, ladies. When I first say I commend the work you do. And Tasha, thank you for starting this platform because it is truly, truly needed. And I'm going to have Tasha start off with the questions for the ladies. And then Michelle and I are going to jump right in. I want to see this licensed clinical social worker.
Oh, yeah, let's sit
I'm
back.
going to sit back for a minute.
Get
I wish I
our
had my
popcorn.
Yeah.
Wish we had our
Facebook
tea today.
family, YouTube family, pull up your seats, get your teas because this conversation is real. It is needed. Women, we constantly try to be strong, but I'm here to tell you today you don't have to be because we're going to tell you how and why. Okay, go ahead, Tosh.
So I'll start with Laurel. Thank you for coming. And we need to give the girls a hand clap, Michelle.
I did.
Oh, you did. Okay, great. I think the first question, yes, the first question that everyone wants to know is why is maternal mental health so misunderstood? And what are the stigmas that's attached to maternal mental health?
Yes.
So I think it's definitely misunderstood because when you become a mom, right, you're expected to be happy, to feel joy, to be present. And so I feel like a lot of moms, they experience anxiety, they experience, depression, they experience hypervigilance, right? Some mothers don't automatically connect with their child, right? And so they're ashamed to speak up. They think that something's wrong with them if they're not connecting with their child, if they're feeling anxious. And yes, there's a stigma around that because you're supposed to be happy. You're a mom. And you hear things like, oh, well, you should be happy. There are people who are struggling to have kids and you have a baby, right? So I think this is why a lot of women don't speak up when they're struggling and they go through it alone because they don't have anyone that they can relate to, anyone that they can connect to.
And I think the other thing, too, though, Tasha, is that especially Black and brown women, we just have learned to cope and endure for so long that when we do have the kids, and I can only speak to myself, and I don't want to talk too long because I don't want to take up time, but when I had my daughter, who's now 37, I'll never forget, I didn't really know what postpartum was. I was in my 30s when I had her, and I'll never forget one day after having her, I was in the shower. And I just started bawling. I was like, oh, my God, my ankles are swollen. Like, I really didn't know what it was, And so I'm so humbly grateful that we now are putting awareness on this and that we do have resources in place that we can talk about it. Go ahead, Tasha.
Yes. So, Yvonne, given what Laurel said, tell us why is it so dangerous when mothers feel like they must have it together all the time?
It's dangerous because moms at times suffer imposter syndrome, right? They feel that they're not good enough, that they're not going to make it. And, as Black women or brown women, we feel that we have to walk around with this S on our chest.
Yes.
That, we're supposed to keep the house clean so when our husband or our partner comes home, everything is tidy, everything is good. Or, there are some moms who are mourning their singlehood before motherhood, right?
We never think about that.
Never think about
my
that.
figure, now my breast is enlarged, now this, my hips, my this, things that we didn't think about, things that we weren't told. now we're experiencing them, right? And now we start shaming ourselves. And then that stigma also comes about, and it makes it really difficult for us to even speak to our sisters, our friends, our mothers, because, you know, mothers are old school. They're going to tell us to push through because that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to show up for everyone. We're supposed to be there for everyone. And I always tell the mothers that I deal with that mothers need to be nurtured too. And you can't pour out of an empty cup. Right? You need to get your fill. You need to be poured into. And mistake 101 for mothers, new mothers, is that they think that when the baby is sleeping, they're supposed to be doing everything. Not true. That's when you're supposed to be resting, because your body needs rest to heal.
Yeah.
Lack of sleep brings on a lot of different conditions, right? It brings on anxiety. It can bring on OCD.
Depression.
It can bring on psychosis for lack of sleep. And sleep is when your body naturally heals itself.
I can make a testimony about that. In 1998, I don't know where you guys were.
We needed you.
I was engaged.
She said I was engaged.
My daughter's 28 now, so I experienced that. I experienced working hard. I experienced keeping the house clean, you know, taking my baby to my mom, then going to a job, then coming back and get her, then going home, cook dinner, and all. And I did it all by myself. It's like I tell all new mothers, get help. You can't do it by yourself.
Yeah.
You need
You
a
need
break.
it, yeah.
You need a break. And so I got myself into this exhaustion. And I was so exhausted that I went into psychosis. And nobody knew what they was. They said, oh, somebody put something in her drink? I'm like, no, I don't drink. But it's like I'm so happy that we're talking about this now. There's so many resources. People are getting help, and the stigma is no longer there. And I really appreciate you guys for this show.
Labrel, I want to ask a question, if you don't mind. Sure. How does postpartum depression impact not just mothers, but the entire family?
Oh, that's a good question. So,
can you just lean into the mic just a little bit, because I think the folks may be a little hard to hear.
Is this better?
Uh-huh.
Yes. Okay, so postpartum anxiety, depression, psychosis, it doesn't just affect the mother, right? It affects the baby. It affects the partner. It affects the entire family system. When a mother is not able to connect with her baby, there are studies that show that this can lead to developmental delays, right? Because you're not bonding, you're not talking to the baby, right? And sometimes postpartum can go on a year, 2 years, right? Your partner, like, women are not the only one or birthing parents, right, who experience postpartum anxiety, depression. Your partners do too. The fathers, whoever your partner is, right? Because they feel defeated, right? They feel isolated. They also probably don't have anyone to talk to about what they're experiencing, right? Because if they're watching you struggle and they're trying to help you and there's nothing that they can do to help you, right? They start going through their own anxiety, their own depression. And so if the birthing parent, if mom is not okay, the family will not be okay. So it's very important to take care of. It is
important, and I thank you for that, because I think that is overlooked, right? And so certainly the mother goes through a lot during pregnancy and after pregnancy, right? You got a lot of hormonal changes. And like you said, Yvonne, body's not the same. Breasts are big and sore, and then you got this baby attached to your breast if you're breastfeeding. And so that's a lot on the mother. However, the mother does go into a little bit of a seclusion, right, and kind of alienates other people. Then you have that emotional, the up and down roller coaster. And so what should a family do when they are faced with that, Yvonne? What can families do?
Well, first of all, I always recommend that families check in. You know, because throughout the pregnancy, mom is doted on, right? For 9 months, everything is mom, 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 mom. Then we have the baby shower, mom is forgotten, right? And at times it sounds messy, but there could be some resentment there. And it's the same thing with the OBGYN. For 9 months, you're with this OBGYN. You guys are cookie close. you have them on speed dial, right? Then all of a sudden, you're in the hospital. He or she walks in, and they hand you your pamphlet and a card, and they're like, all right, see you in 6 weeks. And you're like, what? 6 weeks? What do you mean 6 weeks? So in 6 weeks, there's a gap. where no one is tending to you, no one is listening to you. You're not being seen, you're not being validated, you're isolated, you're sore, you're aggravated, you're burnt out, and you feel like you have no one there, no support. So it's hard, right? So families need to pay attention to mom, because you know her well, right? You'll notice the mood swings, the crying. And if it's lingering longer than 2 weeks, we're getting to a stage where it may not just be baby blues. We might be teetering into postpartum, right? Now, if she's like excessively cleaning or is always moving around and everything is like repetitive, it could be OCD. She's having dreams, or she just wants to, what if I fall? What if the baby trips? What if I do this? What if I do that? That can be anxiety, you know? Then when you're like, well, I'm thinking that I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want to live. The baby and I, we don't want to be here. I think that's when we start tending into
psychosis.
Or 911.
Right. When it gets
When
to
it gets
that,
to that point.
that means it's a crisis. You have to call 911. But you have to monitor mom. Don't just assume that she's okay. And, you know, all the friends and all the aunties that were coming like the first couple of weeks, she doesn't really need you at that time because she already has that community that's coming in. There's an influx of people that want to see the baby. It's the 3 months when everybody moves on, right? It's that time that you need to check in. Hey, can I just come in and just hold the baby for you? Do you just want to go out by yourself? Do you want to take a hot shower? Something she probably hasn't done, right? Just to be able to sit in the shower, stand in the shower for like 20 minutes, that's a luxury for a mom.
Right?
So
Ask both of the ladies a question, because I think you're hitting on Yvonne from a place where they are the mothers who embrace the community. Like you said, like the first couple of weeks after they have the aunties come, the grandma come, the sisters come. But I do find in practice a lot, I run into a lot of mothers and I try to help them work through this, where I guess this probably like comes from insecurities around bonding with the baby, the myth about that. Because I have a lot of mothers who don't want anybody to come in and help them. And I'm looking at y'all, them like, are they crazy? Because they feel like too many people are baby, mom and dad can bond with the baby, like the baby can't discern the difference. And I know that to be a myth. But what can you guys say to our listeners in the community to pass the word around that being a myth? And that's almost like setting yourself up to fail. Because I've had a lot of people like, I don't want nobody to come for 4 weeks. It's just gonna be me, dad, and the baby, or me, mom, and the baby, or whoever the partner is, So what can you say about that?
I guess a dose of reality that is not realistic, right? That it does take a village. When they say that, it's real. It's true. It does take a village, because dad or your partner is going to have to leave, and it's just going to be you and the baby.
And that's a lot.
And that's a lot.
That is.
Especially if you're not bonding already, if especially if there's not that connection.
Yeah.
I think a lot of parents have anxiety around anybody watching their child, even their own mother. They're right. What if they drop my baby? Or what if they feed something to my baby that I don't,
Yeah.
What if they give my baby formula? It's so many anxieties about having someone else watch your baby. And I think what I tell my clients, I give them a personal experience of mine before I became a mom, when I was a godmother. And I'll never forget the first time my godson spent the night with me. And my best friend had so much anxiety, but she was tired and she needed the break, right? My godson was with me. I did not sleep the entire night. I was staring at him, making sure he did not stop breathing. And I was better equipped to take care of him, even if it's just for that one night.
Yeah.
Because even though I didn't sleep, when she came to pick him up the next day, I can sleep for the next 48 hours, right? So me being up for one night,
it's better than her being up for 5.
Right.
Correct, right? Like, you're no good to yourself and you're no good to my godson. So, girl, go get some rest.
Go get some rest.
Go get some rest.
Yeah.
I think that's a good message that we should say.
Go get some rest. We're running out of time, but Yvonne, I want you to tell us about some resources. You have the Open Arms. Yep. Tell us about the Open Arms. What can women expect when they come to your facility, and then give us some information. We'll post it on our sites afterwards, but tell us what they can expect when they come to your facility.
Okay. Well, first of all, I just want to clarify that it's not a facility. It's more of a grassroots movement.
Got you.
So we do peer support, we do guided journaling, right? We do group sessions, and all of this started with my church, where I started with a small group with some of the mothers, and it included all the mothers, because all mothers have different seasons where they need community. So it's a way for us to help one another. And resources are available through Postpartum Support International. They offer a lot of resources. There's lactation. What is it? Oh, goodness gracious. I'm having a brain fog. No, not Doula is the name of that lactation company.
Well, you get it to us,
Yeah,
and we'll put it
give
up.
it up.
There's
Yeah.
plenty of, and there's also Rutgers. Rutgers have a lot of resources. Mom to Mom is one of them.
Rutgers, okay.
Rutgers has a lot of resources for maternal mental health and wellness. So we can definitely get that information for you, and you can post them.
So when you meet, do you meet via Zoom or you meet?
We
at different
definitely meet
locations?
during
Okay.
Zoom. The guided journaling, we can give them a page, and then they can discuss different things that are going on. One thing that I did was a letter to myself. So they would write to their old selves and then come back maybe 4 or 5 months later and read it, and they can see the change and the
I
growth.
did that. It's amazing. I wrote a letter and I sealed it. And do you know, I opened it up maybe about 5 years later, and everything in that letter was happening that, everything. I was like reading the letter like, shut up. I wrote to my future self. It was, and I'm going to do it again.
Yeah, it's good.
that
You
sounds
see the
fun.
moms crying. It's releasing.
Laurel, we're going to close it out with you. Tell us, how can
I
we
think still have
create
more time.
How can we create communities? We want to get some of the flights out. How can we create communities where women feel safe enough to ask for help before they reach the breaking point?
Oh wow.
I think it's an important one to always ask mom, because once you give
You
birth,
said, Mom?
yeah,
Shayna, don't you call me? No, I'm just kidding. Baby girl.
we always ask the parents, oh, how's the baby? How's the baby? No one really asks. I'm very intentional about asking the moms and dads, right? How are you?
Yeah.
Right? How are you feeling?
Yeah.
When was the last time you drank some water? And you'd be surprised how many times they'll be like,
Yeah.
I haven't had water in 2 days. So really checking in and really asking, how are they doing? How are they feeling?
And be intentional, right?
Yes, and just listen.
Yeah.
Just listen. When moms, dads, when parents reach out to you, don't be quick to want to fix what's going on. Sometimes they
listen.
just need someone to listen.
I like that advice. Somebody told me that sometimes people just want to talk and listen. They don't want your advice. I love that. I love that.
And also just bring food. Offer to babysit,
Yeah.
Things like that, and just remind them that they matter too.
Yeah,
Not just the
I
baby.
think that was the two things that happened with me. I wasn't eating and sleeping, and then that's when you roll into this, the anxiety, depression, and next thing you know, you got to call 911.
Yeah.
I hear a lot, the shower and the nap. Just come over and let them take a shower, because when they don't have anyone there that's helping to tend with the baby, they can't even take a shower without thinking about the baby crying, or and we all know that personal time in the shower could be healing, or before the body. People meditate in showers, and just again let them take a nap. They could go into deep sleep. Something happens with the body where the mom don't really need that much, but they need consistent sleep. So forego the 8 hours of sleep, but for moms, they value 3 to 4 hours, or just a solid good hour and a half nap can really regenerate a mother. Because, it is God's blessing that we are able to do this. So we do have some internal resources. We just don't really tap into them by asking for help. And one of the things I would like to say to add to that is we got to go back to, it takes a village to raise a kid. We got to go back lean into our communities. Me and Sabrina, we have an amazing family.
Girl.
Like, I didn't get a chance to get postpartum because I didn't even get a chance to have my baby consistently. My mother-in-law had her Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and my mama got jealous, so I had to give it to my mama Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Me and her daddy.
She didn't even have the baby. But I think it goes back to, I think it was Laurel, like the parents just want the baby, I just wanted to be me and my baby, and you don't.
I had to give it up. I had to give her up.
Right.
It was the best.
But that's the best thing you could have done.
Yeah, she was so
and I think too, also sometimes it's just listening and seeing what the person needs, right? So they may say, not my baby, not my baby, but maybe you can just offer to come over and, I don't know, bring some flowers, like you said, bring some food, something to drink, or, a good movie.
Let them take a shower.
Together.
The shower's a big one. I hear that a lot.
Yes,
They can't take a shower
Yeah.
without worrying about the baby, because there's nobody there to let them take a solid shower where they don't have to think about the baby. It's a big thing.
Being naked and dancing. Okay, I'm just.
Let's think about some more resources that Laurel shared with us. So thank you, Yvonne, for talking about the Postpartum Support International. Their number is 800-944-4773. We have the National Maternity Mental Health Hotline. Their number is 833-852-6262. And also always the Suicide and Crisis Hotline. You can call or text 988. And these are very important. And I don't know, I think this is the first year, I could be mistaken because I was doing my research to prepare for you guys today, that the National Maternal Mental Health Organization made 1 week in May Maternal Mental Health Week.
Correct. This is the first year.
The first year?
First year.
Right, that's nice.
Correct.
Oh my gosh, the SIT podcast.
Thank you. Yes.
No, are we done asking the questions?
Yes, Laurel. Oh my God,
Thank
thank you
you
so
so
much.
Welcome.
Yvonne, it has truly been a pleasure. I thank you so much for coming on. This is the kind of information we need to get out to our community so that we can become healthy, we can become whole. And ladies, I promise you, you are not alone. If you need additional resources, call us 732-902-1252. We can point you in the right direction, get you the numbers that you need. Also, you can email us at sitpodcast1@gmail.com. We got you. I promise you, we got you.
All right, let's get
Tasha.
Yes. Oh, wait. I'm putting no flowers up. We ending the show like
No,
that?
we're going to put some flyers up. Facebook family, YouTube family, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We love you. We can't wait to see you next week. Remember, share and subscribe. We're going to put up some flyers because I want to see everybody.
I have to come on Sunday, though.
I want to see everybody Sunday. If
be
not,
in person
I'm
on
going to come to
Sunday.
your house. I'm going to knock on your door, and I'm going to bring you to the workshop. I need everybody at the workshop Sunday. And here you have it. It's going to be at the Piscataway YMCA. And we want to see you out there. All right. Good night, everybody. We love you. Until next week.
When the rhythm hits that beat, bet your body join